you want to build a sustainable photography business and get more referrals and have clients rave about your work, there's one simple mindset shift that can change everything. Under-promise and over-deliver. In this video, I'm going to break down why this principle is crucial for photographers and how it's helped grow my business, and I'll share 5 practical ways you can start applying it immediately. Whether you're just starting out or already shooting professionally, this video is packed with value, so stick around. So what does it mean to under-promise and over-deliver? And how can you do it without burning yourself out or constantly giving away your time for free? I'll break it down in 5 simple strategies that I've used in my own business, and you can start using them today. Okay, so let's start with the psychology. When someone hires you, there's a certain level of expectation. If you meet that expectation, cool, they're satisfied. But if you exceed it, if you go above and beyond, they're not just satisfied, they're delighted. And that's what gets you glowing reviews and referrals and repeat work. It's better to surprise someone with more than they expected than to disappoint them by delivering the bare minimum. First up, set conservative deadlines. If you think you can turn around a shoot in 3 days, tell the client 5. If you deliver it in 3, you're a hero. If you need that extra buffer, you're still on time. I do this all the time. It takes the pressure off you and it builds trust with clients. For me, for video work, I typically say you'll see the first draft within 1 to 2 weeks. That gives me that buffer should anything go wrong, or I have a busy schedule, or I have some personal matters to attend to. But typically my clients see the first draft of their videos, obviously depending on how much we shot and the nature of the video, within the first week. By doing this, the client will see you as reliable and efficient. Pro tip, never deliver late. That's the fastest way to lose credibility. Step number 2 is always include a small surprise. This doesn't mean you have to give away a ton of extras, just one thoughtful bonus. For example, if you're shooting portraits, maybe throw in some extra retouched images. For a wedding or an event, maybe deliver a short highlight reel or a sneak peek gallery the next day. Now for me, when I'm shooting weddings, which is pretty rare these days as I prefer to shoot other bits of content, when I'm shooting a wedding, when it comes down to the part of the day where I get to sit down and have my break, like lunch or dinner if the bride and groom have supplied me with that, what I'll do is I'll go through my cameras, either my Leica or my Sony, and just start favoriting some photos. Then what I'll do is I'll import them into my phone or onto my iPad, bring them into Lightroom and start doing some edits. I'll export those edits and I'll go up to the bride and groom and airdrop them photos to them. That way they've got something to post there and then. Honestly, the amount of tears I've brought to couples' faces when I deliver the photos on the day, it's such a great feeling. And the bride and groom and guests often mention that when they leave reviews on my website. This small touch makes a massive impact. The client feels like they got more than what they paid for. And let's be real, everybody wants something for nothing, not nothing for something. Number 3 is over-deliver on communication. One of the biggest complaints clients have in the industry is poor communication. I'll be honest, when I first started out, my communication was pretty poor. I was basically doing the bare minimum. But if you quickly respond, keep them updated, and stay professional, you're already ahead of most of the photographers and videographers. I always send an email before and after the shoot to manage expectations and keep things clear. For example, before the shoot, we'll have a couple of calls. We'll have a pre-production call, and we'll also check in the day before the shoot to make sure everybody who's involved in the shoot is okay and is all set for the day. And then after the shoot, usually the day after, I'll give everybody an update on the post-production and when they can expect to see the first drafts. Like I said earlier in the video, I always let the client know that they'll see the first draft within 2 weeks. That gives the client sort of a heads up of when to expect the video. And then when obviously I deliver the video earlier than they're expected, that gets in their mind that I'm reliable, quick, and they'll be much happier. Even the simplest thing of sending a message after a photo session to say, hey, great working with you today, I'll start editing tomorrow, or can't wait to start editing this project, can make a huge difference in how you're perceived. Tip number 4 is deliver more than you promise, but do it intentionally. What do I mean by that? So, let's say your package includes 30 edited images, and if you end up with 35 ones that are great, send them all. Don't hoard good work just to stick to a number. That being said, be strategic. You don't want to train your clients to always expect extras for free, so frame it as a gift, not the new standard. For example, my most popular photo session that I do is a couple hours shoot, couple of outfits, 2 different locations if they choose, and I usually deliver 50 photos. Sometimes I'll deliver 60 if we've had a really good shoot and there's so many photos that I love. Sometimes I'll even take some B-roll footage and make a little cinematic reel for them that the client can post. Same if I'm doing an event. For example, a lot of the time I'm booked to film events. I'm booked to make a highlight reel, capture some vox pops. Sometimes I'll throw in some photos that I've taken, some behind the scenes. That way the client's got something to post, to share, like the behind the scenes. It might be some different angles and different perspectives that the photographer they have there may not have captured, or if they don't have a photographer there, they've got some photos. What I'll often do is, when sending the gallery, is I'll message saying, I loved how this shoot turned out, so I threw in a few extra edits on the house. That sets the tone for that this is a bonus, not a baseline. And finally, tip number 5, be proactive with value. That means thinking about the client's needs before they even say anything. For example, recommended locations or outfits based on the shoot type, offer tips for posing on what to expect on the day, send a prep guide or a checklist. It shows you're not just a camera operator and an editor, but you're a professional who cares about the full experience. For example, let's pretend I'm a photographer, I've just had an inquiry, the client wants a photo shoot, and then you just book it, pay, and turn up at the location. The client there doesn't really know what's going to go on, what to expect, what to wear, how to pose. What I'll do is I'll have a pre-production call and get to know the client. That way you're not just meeting up at a random location to see someone you've never met or really spoken to before. I'll go over some ideas, put a Pinterest board together, give some ideas on clothing, and let them know the post-production process as well. That instantly makes the client so much more comfortable being around you, and also puts them in a good mood, and also sets their expectations as well. So let's recap. Set conservative deadlines. If you think you can do the edit within 2 weeks, deliver it within the first week. Add a thoughtful bonus, throw in the extra photos or a little highlight reel. Communicate like a pro. Communication is just absolutely key. It's one of the most slept on things when it comes to running a photography and videography business. Deliver a little extra, but strategically, and always look for ways to add value. When you make a habit of under-promising and over-delivering, you build a reputation that's hard to beat. People talk, word spreads, and you'll find yourself being booked more often with better clients and at better rates as well. If this video helped you, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more content just like this. I drop new videos every week or so, all about growing your photography and videography business and shooting smarter. And hey, let me know in the comments below, what's one way that you overpromise for your clients? I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, always deliver more than expected. See you guys in the next one. Peace.